More accountability is coming to these black women that don't want to be held accountable. You are fired for being a bad example. You see, there are times when the compromising become a liability to the iniquitous, dominant society. She didn't do enough to keep the system of racism, white supremacy alive and in control. And the, quote, corporation used her plagiarism to get rid of her.
And yet, President Gay, your university, Harvard, teaches only 2 courses on the history and culture of the Jewish people at the undergrad level. And one of those classes is focused on portraying all Jews who support Israel's existence as colonialist and racist. Compared to the roughly 125 classes Harvard offers on Latino, Black, Indigenous, and AAPI history, the discrepancy feels odd.
I know that over the last couple of months, there has been an alarming rise of anti-Semitism, which I understand is the critical topic that we are here to discuss.
That's correct. It is anti-Jewish hate crimes. And Harvard ranks the lowest when it comes to protecting Jewish students. This is why I've called for your resignation, and your testimony today, not being able to answer with moral clarity, speaks volumes. I yield back.
Why are black women mad at justice being rendered? Because some black women have a racism, white supremacy sponsored support system that's being dismantled before our eyes. Why can't many black women see the error of Claudine Gay's ways? See, plagiarism is a very serious offense in the field of academia, especially within an Ivy League institution. At least one accusation of plagiarism was against another black woman's academic work.
Hey, Dr. Gay, of plagiarism. I'm just interested as an academic. Do you think she committed plagiarism?
I mean, there's no question that she committed plagiarism. There are some Harvard faculty members who are trying to redefine what is plagiarism. We all know what it is. And so she did violate that. And it was not just in her dissertation, it was also in some of her publications. And my beef with her is not really about, so there were 2 passages from my award-winning book, Black Faces, Black Interests, the Representation of African Americans in Congress, that she quoted without citations. When I examined her work on Monday, her publications, the one that led her to get tenure, what I noticed was not passages of my work, but her whole research agenda was building on the ideas from my award-winning book, because it was the seminal book at that time on representation, minority representation. It would have been expected normally that she would have acknowledged in a paragraph, or she would have either
put you in the credits or something, yeah.
Well,
she
would have it in the book cited in the bibliography.
Sure.
But the work was seminal. She was building on my work, and she got away with that.
And Claudine, nor her ardent black women supporters ever asked for forgiveness or leniency, only ire at the fact that she was being held accountable. And that fact is the problem. If the black women continue refusing to be held accountable on a host of issues, well then, expect more applied accountability. There is a price to pay for all wrongdoing in life. If someone doesn't want to be accountable or rejects correction, then judgment awaits. We see in Leviticus 19, verses 17 and 18, that we are to correct our people. Verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart and thy mind. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke or correct thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. See, thy brother is thy neighbor, is the children of thy people, all the same person, one nation, one people. You see, if we don't correct our people, the Lord will use another. For it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. That's Hebrews 10 and 31. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 17. For the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, your power is a power of powers and Lord of lords, a great power, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. And reward in this case means bribes. You cannot bribe the Most High. You can bribe somebody to give you a job, give you a position in government, but you cannot bribe the Most High in his judgment. So what does it mean that the Most High is a terrible? Terrible means to fear, morally to revere, causatively to frighten. You have to be frightened of the Lord. Affright, be afraid or make afraid, dread or dreadful, put in fear, or fearful, fearfully or fearing, be had in reverence or reverend, terrible act, terribleness, or terrible thing. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of the anointed, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. And let's see the conclusion of the matter. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai.